Oh bloody hell, it's 4 years.
Peggy 18.
Actually, this game has not been rated by Peggy, but it does contain graphic violence and probably shouldn't be played by anybody. I'm working on some new stand-up material. What do you think? 2 I walk into a pub. The bartender asks, what'll it be? 1 I says, just a bite for me. The other says, same, but make it double. Maybe I won't open with it. Once at least 12 of you have joined using the room code displayed on your screen, we'll begin the process. One of you will get to hear the rest of my set, but for 11 of you, you'll just have to imagine. Please stand by whilst I ruminate on who will join the process. Ben has joined the process. Ma479329129573 has joined the process. Dom Calabigail has joined the process. Mantissa has joined the process. Fetz has joined the process. Stimpson Sangle has joined the process. FLYB0Y1 has joined the process. Ono has joined the process. Shapes has joined the process. Pyro has joined the process. Gordonkandi has joined the process. Lazy Wolf has joined the process. You will face 11 multiple choice questions. Answer on your devices. One player who answers incorrectly will be eliminated at random. In the event all players are correct, everybody is up for elimination. I have decided that it is far more fun for me if you don't know your fate until after it has happened. Therefore, I will not tell you the answer, nor whether you were correct until after elimination has taken place. Isn't this fun? For every correct answer, you will receive 50 pennies. The player who survives the process will receive an additional 500 pennies. Good luck. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Greek. All 12 players were correct. Gordonkandi is now in a better place. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Jersey Shore. 6 out of 11 players were incorrect. So that's what Stimpson Sangle would look like if they were turned inside out. Good to know. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time." The correct answer was Sons of Anarchy. 1 out of 10 players were incorrect. It turns out safety mode was disengaged. Apologies for the confusion, Pyro. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time." The correct answer was 100. All 9 players were incorrect. Thank you, Don Calabigail, for volunteering to test the targeting system. You will be pleased to know that it still works. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time." The correct answer was Liverpool. 4 out of 8 players were incorrect. This process can really take it out of you. Fetz knows that for sure. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time." The correct answer was Anton Dubek. 6 out of 7 players were incorrect. What is human, had 2 legs and dies when shot with a laser? Shapes. Ha, ha, ha. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Xander Scalfel. 4 out of 6 players were incorrect. The experimental reduction to atoms program was a complete success. Please enjoy the experience. Ma 479329129573. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Thailand. 1 out of 5 players were incorrect. Ben just lost 150 pounds in 1 second. Congratulations. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Thor. All 4 players were incorrect. FLYB0Y1 had to leave us. They will be missed. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Tom Pidcock Auxiliary Jeux Olympiques. All 3 players were incorrect. I fear that will leave a permanent mark, Mantissa. What a shame.
What a shame.
Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Jiger. 1 out of 2 players were incorrect. Let us have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade Ono. Thank you for the respectful moment of silence. Congratulations to Lazy Wolf on surviving the process. Have 500 pennies. Thanks to Zaslis for writing this evening's questions. I'll let you know when I get some dates for my first gig. I do hope you'll come along and cheer me on. Until then, thank you for playing Crossfire. Goodbye.
It's Moneybox! Good evening! Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening! And welcome to the void. The empty void, apparently. Oh no, there it is, we're back. Welcome. Wait, what? What is happening? Dexter, now is not the moment. Now is not the moment. Everything is behind, apparently. Oh god, everything is running a bit scary slow. Good evening! Welcome to game night on Thursday the 6th of February. I hope everyone is keeping well. Dexter, now is not the moment. I'm trying to keep on top of all of the graphics running very slowly. For reasons that I cannot quite explain. But, yes, hope you all are well. Yeah. I was gonna watch the monitor for a minute just to... Okay, no, it's not too bad. Anyone getting like terrible frame drops or terrible frame rates and stuff? No? I hope not. Anyway, where was I? Welcome to game night. Hope everyone's keeping well. It is Thursday the 6th of February. Hope you all are having a good week. And things are going as well as you'd hoped and planned, and everything is turning out what you wanted. We're all good. Okay, that's good. I don't know if you've just taken a long time to respond to that request for information and that my stream is just really behind, or my chat is just behind. Let's do a test. When I say go, get ready to type hello, Ben, and nothing more. Not till I say so. Not till I say so. I just want to test the latency, okay? Ready? 1, 2. So have it ready to type. Have it ready to type hello, Ben, but don't type it yet. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, no, that's about normal. That's about normal. It's about normal. It's about normal. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for reaffirming my belief in my own hardware. How you all doing? I hope you've had a super fun week, as I think I've probably already said once or twice already. Let me say hello to all. Good evening to Fetz and Stilgar and Arun and SC and Lupine and JR and Mark and Shapes and Oni and Pyro and Prugs and Lewis and Clive. Excuse me, and Nando and ABMe and Jogging and CJ Conradlak and Kolo and Riasu and TVP and Zeus and BC and Riff and Toot and Tadara and Notacat and G-Iders and Samster and Natter and Hex and Chronoblazer and Flyboy and Stimptons Angle and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Also, Jersey Shore premiered on MTV. Yes, indeed, it did. It's about normal. Like it. Now, it's Moneybox time. Second game of Moneybox since it's had the reskin. There is a big button if you don't want to be in the hot seat. You can press it and you can press it again to undo, but don't go back and forth a lot between them. Yes, this pack has been written by Arun Aromatics and proofed by Lewis. Oh, can I also extend my thanks to Zeus for that game of Crossfire and to Toot for proofing it as well. Made a couple of changes to the software, nothing earth-shattering, but tightened the timers a little bit. See the Discord for all the details, and the suggestions channel. I put the details in there. But just to give you a quick overview. I've shortened the timers. Straw poll can now be activated mid-question. You'll see the straw poll results after every question, even if they don't play it. I can end the question early, but I'm hoping I don't have to because it's a bit broken at the moment. It's functional, but not ideal. Hot seat players can no longer win medals. Academic, because they didn't... Well, they did last game, but it didn't persist. Also, they've not put the medal table onto the medal cabinet yet, so I need to do that. Couple of UI ancillary graphical things. Curved meshes are hopefully a bit better. And also, biggest change possibly is that I'm going to pick one player and then they get to pick the person they want to pair with, rather than just putting two random people together. Randomly. The button is not for lights, which raves. Yes, but don't keep pressing it, otherwise you'll get locked out. Why do you keep locking? The button is not for lights, which raves. That app is not happy. Right. Yeah, 5 minutes to a fortune rules. As recommended by Ash and Prugs and Silent Marine all seem to suggest that as an idea, so I thought let's go with that. Let's go with that. I think I'm going to get on with the game because there's plenty of quiz to get through. We've got Distinction coming up a bit later on from Lupine. I feel all at 6s and 7s today, so I think let's get on with the game and see what happens. Let's pick our first hot seat player tonight. Or let's lock the lobby first of all, because that's the thing I have to do, isn't it? Just a reminder, you will need to be in voice chat in the Discord if you want to come and play in the hot seat. Let's pick our hot seat player tonight, who is... Proogs, you are in the hot seat. Make your way down to the green room and Lewis will bring you into the broadcast studio. I'm hoping we don't have any sound issues tonight because that would be a tremendous shame. If I start virtual camera, that might be the best way of doing this. And then if I set my OBS webcam to virtual cam, OBS virtual cam, and then I turn my webcam on. Yeah, seems to work. Seems to work just nicely. So Lewis is going to get Proogs all nice and sound tested, and then Proogs can tell me who he wants to play with tonight out of the remaining players. But let's get him into the broadcast studio first. Oh, I don't seem to have a green ring around my thing, so I might come into the... Well, oh, no, it's gone green now. Proogs, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hang on a minute.
Wonderful.
I don't know which street, but hang on, let me mute that. Can I hear you on Discord? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, yes, I can. Good, that works. Thank you.
Wonderbar. Hello, welcome to Moneybox. It's time for your game, or it will be in a moment. How are you keeping well? It must be at least 24 hours since we last spoke. We are flush from not victory last night. So Proogs and I are on the same OQL team, for those who wondering what we're talking about. We had a match last night. We were not victorious, but a good time was had by all the same. But are you keeping well, Mr. Proogs?
Oh, I managed to beat you.
Oh,
have I?
I lost...
But you keeping well?
Oh, no. That's a big delay.
Yes.
Well, you speak.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me? Yes. You're interrupting me now.
I think there's a delay.
I've stopped talking. I shall start talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't know if
6, 7.
there's
8.
there may be
9,
a big delay.
10, 11, 12, 13.
What is
14,
happening?
15, 16.
Proogs, can you hear me?
17, 18, 19, 20.
Since we're just counting numbers now. I don't know what's going on. Proogs, there appears to be some delay with the audio.
So, something's going on.
Something fishy is happening. I don't know if we're actually having a conversation or not. Let me try dropping out and back in. I'm getting a power use message. Okay, well, let's try it in the green room then. I was going to try it in the green room and see if this is any better. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you quite happily, yes.
So if we have a bit of back and forth and I say, what did you do today?
I went to work and did some work.
Fantastic. Right, well, that seems to work for me. What I think we'll do is we'll go back to the broadcast studio. And hopefully it's the same.
I can still hear you, yes?
I can slightly hear myself back.
I'll
But
turn myself down a bit if you like.
that's grand. And what I think I will not do is I won't share the video screen with you.
So I just use the Twitch stream to see what's going on.
Yeah, that's the best way, because that seems to be causing some issues. Lingomaniac, welcome to the stream. Now, Proogs, you need to pick someone that you would like to play Moneybox with. So anyone that doesn't have a red border on that screen, you can choose to bring into your game. Is there anyone leaping out at you?
I'm terrible at identifying people by icons.
Well, we've got Shapes, we've got Mark, we've got TVP, we've got JR, we've got is that Stilgar or Ardenfet's out at the front, and we've got Conradlac. Any of those appeal?
I don't really know. R&D, I think suggesting choose somebody. R&D's a lot easier, isn't it?
Possibly is.
Just run through them once more. Sorry, I'm going to delay.
That's okay.
Now.
You've got Shapes, you've got Mark, you've got TVP8 Polska, you've got JR, you've got either Ardenfetz or Stilgar, and you've got Conradlac.
let's go with Shapes, because I don't think I've actually played with him before.
Okie dokie. We will load Shapes. We'll load Shapes into the magic box, and hopefully he will appear next to you on the sofa. Let's find out. Hey, there we go. It's Prugs and Shapes. Shapes, get your son into the green room, or the emergency sound test room, and which appears to be a thing that's appeared. And then our game will begin.
So yes, I rather undermined the entire choose your partner thing there.
It's fine. It's fine. It's an experimental thing. It's an experimental. But say apparently it works for 5 minutes to a fortune. But two Brits, and obviously you've got a Brit or a Scot rather, who has written your question pack tonight. So hopefully this will prove fruitful for you both. To the audience who are watching along or hopefully playing along at home, you will be able to play along with the game, and you are bound by the penny values that are selected by our hot seaters. So make sure you are paying attention to the game. You've got less time than they have. You've only got about 15 seconds to get your answers in. So yes, have fun in the audience. Shapes, welcome on in. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing all right. How's everyone?
I think we're ticking along. Prugs, this is Shapes. Shapes, this is Prugs.
Hello, Shapes.
Hello.
You two know each other, and like I say, you've got a question pack has been provided by Run Aromatics. I don't know why my broadcast is so far behind. I'm obviously having some major issues, so I'm just going to hide it and pretend to ignore it. I've rabbited on long enough. Here's the rules on how to play. You need to select a coin to go into the money box, and then a question category. Get the question right, it adds the value of the coin to your jackpot. Get it wrong, and the coin goes out of the game forever. And beware of the killer coins. There will be 4 of them amongst the board, amongst the coins in the machine. You will pick at least one because of the laws of mathematics. If you give me a wrong answer with a killer coin in the money box, you lose half your accumulated jackpot. You stand to win at the moment, up to 300% of your total accumulated jackpot at the end of the game. Let's see if we can get you there. You both ready to play?
Ready.
Yes.
Okay, keep your devices handy because you will need them. Let's play Moneybox. Reveal the categories. We have got flags, films, song lyrics, logos, communication, famous people, Shakespeare, art, the internet, football, distances, and history. 4 killers in the game, and we're going to get 9 questions asked, and then 2 further questions in the final. So one of these questions will never get answered. I'll leave it up to you as to how exactly you're going to play the metrics, whether you want to get the questions you think you're going to be stronger at out the way at the beginning, or if you want to save them to the end or even to the finale. That's a decision that is entirely yours. We are going to start, though, as we always do, by putting a coin into the money box. So Prugs, please press one of the buttons that hopefully has appeared on your device. We're going for that one, the yellow one on the left. And Shapes, pick a category, please. You're both answering together.
Okay, are we allowed to sort of confer on category
I'll give
choice?
you
or
10 seconds.
Right.
Okay, shall we
I'm
get
terrible at
something
things
we don't like out of the way
I'm
early?
terrible at things like football or famous people or pop trivia types.
Okay, what are you going for?
Okay, football then.
Football has been loaded. Okay, question on football. You guys have got 45 seconds to discuss it. Audience, you've got 15 seconds. Let's take a look at your question on football. Oh no, let's take a look at your options on football, which are 8 and 12. 8 and 12. This could be going any number of ways. Let's take a look at the question. Excluding penalties scored in shootouts, how many goals were scored by the England men's team during Euro 2024? 45 seconds to discuss, and that time starts now.
I have no idea whatsoever.
Right, I have only the vaguest idea, but my memory of it is that we got quite a lot of wins where it was like 1-0.
Okay.
Or a 0-0.
That noise means, sorry, just to interrupt, that noise means the audience time has expired. Your straw poll is now available if you want to use it.
Right. I think a lot of people will be guessing on this one, so it might not be worth using the poll on this one.
No. It's for me. This is complete stab in the dark. So I'll go with your intuition. I don't mind.
I'm sort of leaning towards it being 8 rather than 12 because
Okay,
12. in 6 games, you'd have
That's
to get a
time
3
up.
somewhere.
What are we going for?
That's fair.
Shall we go for 8?
Let's go for it. Yeah.
8, let's lock it in. And Tipster, welcome to the stream. And it's Moneybox, not Moneybags, but welcome on in all the same. We're locking in 8. Let's see what the audience went with. They do seem to be going with your hunch of 8. 68% have gone with 8. 32% have gone with 12.
Do I need to have the stream window up? And I sort of closed the...
It might be useful
Twitch
for you
out.
to be able to see the stream window.
I closed Twitch out of habit because it's usually like in the Discord.
Oh,
but,
I see, right. Yeah, no, I'm having everything's running a bit slow. I need to optimise
Yes,
this
if
build a
you're-
bit further. Let's take a look. Was 8 the correct answer?
There we go.
Yes, it was. 1 against Serbia, 1 against Denmark, none against Slovenia, 2 against Slovakia, 1 against Switzerland, 2 against the Netherlands, and then 1 against Spain. So it's a good
It was
start.
like all of 1s, 2s, and
Yeah,
small numbers.
good logic.
Well, it's a good start. All the values still in the game. All 4 killers are still in the game. This would be a really good time to find a killer and a high value because it's a correct answer and you've got nothing in the jackpot yet. Let's take a look and see what did you bring to your money box. That's a good start. 750. It's one of the higher values in the game. It's not a killer, so there's still 4 out there, but it's a good start for a question that we didn't have a clue on. However, it does mean if you wipe yourself out later on by finding a killer, it's one of the big values that's getting damaged at the beginning. But hopefully, we can keep it there. Let's add 750 to your money box. Or to your jackpot. Forget the words. We'll do a pickup later on, I'm sure. Right, it's 3rd highest value in the game, and you've got it. And it's going to be time for another coin. We're going to swap you over, so this time shapes, if you would like to select a coin.
Okay, let's go for that one.
We're going for the blue one on the left, okie dokie. And Proog's a category. 10 seconds to discuss.
Is there anything you don't want particularly, or we could get rid of?
So Shakespeare's a bit shaky for me,
Not too bad,
but
yeah.
the and history. So
Let's do get
old stuff, really.
Decision, please.
we'll get history out of the way then.
Okay.
History it is. The pings you're hearing in the background are players joining the lobby, so don't worry too much about that. A history question and a coin is in your money box. Let's take a look at the options. Anne Boleyn or Anne of Cleves? Anne Boleyn or Anne of Cleves? Anne of Cleves is still looking a bit spacey there, but it's an option between either them overlapping if it's very, very short or a slight space if it's like that. So it's a lesser of 2 evils. The question: which of these people was married to Henry VIII for longer? You have got 45 seconds to discuss, an audience 15 seconds to get your answers in. Your time starts now.
I think it was Anne of Cleves.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I'm basing my knowledge here purely off of the first series of Wolf Hall,
That's fair enough. I mean,
because
He was married to-
Anne Boleyn basically sort of pestered him a lot, and
Yeah.
he got
Time up,
He
audience.
kept-
Straw poll available.
he was with his first wife for ages, and then he sort of rattled through the other 5 fairly quickly. I seem to recall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and also
Yeah, I
given Anne Boleyn got beheaded,
she did.
how quickly did she annoy him?
But basically, she annoyed Cromwell for most of it,
Yeah, that's the Wolf Hall thing, isn't it? Yeah.
and didn't give him a child.
Time up. What are we going for?
I think I'm sort of along the same lines of thought as you are here.
Okay.
Anne of Cleves.
Yeah.
Anne of Cleves?
Yes.
Okay, we'll lock it in and we'll see what the audience said. Audience look to be in agreement. 61% think Anne of Cleves, 39% think Anne Boleyn. Let's take a look and see if it's the right answer. I'm afraid not. No. Anne of Cleves, she's famously the Flanders mare. She looked nothing like her portrait. They were only married for 6 months, whereas Anne Boleyn, 2 years and 11 months. But he was very fond of Anne of Cleves in later life, and was very good to her despite the divorce. But unfortunately, yes, only a 6-month marriage. Unfortunately, not a right answer. Now, we've still got 4 killers out there. This would be a good time to see a low non-killer. Keep our fingers crossed, and let's see, what did you bring to your money box? okay. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. It's 175 and it's a non-killer. One of the sort of middling values, but still avoiding those killers for now. So your 750 is going to stay your jackpot, but unfortunately we lose 175 from the game. It does not get added to the jackpot, and it goes flying up the tube and into the rafters to be cleaned out by the custodial team a bit later on. Off it goes. 2 questions down, 7 to go. We've taken out the 5th lowest value and the 3rd highest value. The 3rd highest value did go into our box. Football and history are gone, and we've got a choice of 10 more. Let's take a look at our audience leaderboard, because I forgot we do that every other question, don't we? Ben, Jogging, Natter, Riff, and Zeus off to what looks like a perfect start, getting 925. Of course, no killers in here, so there'll be a lot of similar scores at the moment. Prigs and Shapes, you can see you're sort of in a pseudo-second position there. Handful of people yet to get off the mark, but in this game your luck can change very, very quickly. So keep playing, and let's see what happens next. Proogs, it's your turn to pick a coin. Let's go to the money box.
Let's go for the other yellow one then.
The yellow one on the other side. Okay. And 10 seconds to discuss a category and shapes you're picking.
How are you on Shakespeare?
Adequate. Yeah, it's a bit patchy, but I'm...
That's about the same for me. I think if we get rid of this one, we can then start going at things we're more.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, what are we going for?
Cool.
Shakespeare! Lovely
Shakespeare.
stuff.
There we go.
I love a Shakespeare question, but I can't help you, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the options, see if they're of any help to you. Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. Fairly easy to predict, possibly, but let's take a look at what the question is. The characters Bernardo and Francisco speak the opening lines of which Shakespeare play? 45 seconds for you, 15 seconds for the audience. Starts now.
I'm fairly sure it's Hamlet. I think they're the guards, palace guards on the wall.
I think so. Yeah, the first line of Romeo's in Verona are.
Hamlet is something along the lines of it starts off with "Hark, who goes there?" or something like that, and then they go on.
Audience time up. Straw poll available.
Being a bit spooky up on there, and then Claudius what turns up. So, I'm 99% sure it's Hamlet.
I'm totally in agreement with that. I think first line in Romeo and Juliet is I can't remember who does the I think it's a female character does the in Verona our scene is made.
Yeah.
Okay, that is your time up, and for some reason that timer bar is not quite going all the way to the bottom. Could somebody note that in suggestions? I thought I fixed that yesterday, but apparently I didn't. What are we going for? Hamlet?
Yep, Hamlet.
Let's see what our audience think. Yes, Hamlet going up rather faster. Or is ticking faster. Yes, 72% think Hamlet, 28% think Romeo and Juliet. Let's see if you in the audience are correct. Yes, indeed you are. It's Samson and Gregory speak the opening lines of Romeo and Juliet, and even then it comes after a prologue, which is the one in Fair Verona that you referred to. And yes, the Hamlet scene is Bernardo and Francisco encountering the ghost of Hamlet's father. Spoiler alert for a 400-year-old play. Now, 4 killers are still in the mix. Again, this is a really good time to find one because we've got a correct answer. It'd be good to get it out of the game. It'd be even better if we can find one of those high values, but you might want to save them for later on in case you have some disaster. Of course, it's out of your hands. Let's find out. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, nice. It's the 400. It's still not a killer. It would have been a really optimal time to find a killer at that point, but 400 is good. It's one of the middling values, so you've still got those higher values later on in case you have a disaster, but it's not just a piddly little value, so that's pretty good. It would be good to try and find some killers, but for now, let's add 400 to your jackpot. Takes us up to 1,150. Back to the category board. Let's have a quick look there. And Shapes, I believe it's your turn to pick a coin.
Okay, let's go for that one.
Going up in the top left for the red pipe there, or the red arm. I think they're called arms under the hood. 10 seconds to discuss a category.
Should we just go for a sort of middly one then? What about
Yep,
song lyrics or art?
Song lyrics I'm happy with.
Let's go with song lyrics.
Song lyrics, lovely stuff. Okie dokie, let's take a look at some options. Gunner and B. Where on earth could this be going, do you think?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the question.
Which comes up the most, or which comes
You've got
first?
to, which of these words appears more often in the full lyrics of the Proclaimers song I'm Gonna Be or 500 Miles? 45 seconds to discuss it. Audience, 15 seconds to get your answers in. Your time starts now.
Gunner, I think.
Okay, so it's when I wake up, gonna be the one.
There's always a Gunner and B together.
Yes.
But then there's also he'll also throw in there'll be a
In
few
the chorus, though, it's I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just
Straw
to
poll
be
available.
the man.
Straw poll available
I'd
now.
walk 500 miles. So there's a B in the chorus that doesn't have a goner with it.
But there's a that's a good point. Is it worth trying the straw poll just because we can, or do you want to keep it?
Or I don't know. Sort
They
of.
won't know either.
I think there'll be a lot of people sort of racing through it in 15 seconds. They might.
I have no idea really. You make a convincing argument that there's more B's than Gunners because
Yes. And I think some of the ones in the
need
in
an
the verse
answer
might be
from you.
ones.
yeah,
What are you
that's a fair
going
point.
What are we going for?
Should we go for B?
B's. Yeah, B's.
A B.
A B. Let's
B.
lock in B.
Option B.
Option B. See what the audience thought. You didn't want to use your straw poll because you thought they would be guessing. And look at this! That would have been absolutely no good from that straw poll. They've gone dead down the middle, 50% each.
I foresaw that a group of people with 15 seconds to sort of consider it were
Absolutely
struggle to get
split
through the whole
down the
text.
middle. Well, let's see if B was the right answer. Yes, it was. Now, just to tell you why, Paul Lister, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you with us. Yeah, the phrase, you point out the phrase gonna be appears 21 times in the song, but there are 2 extra gunners in, and when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. But there is also an extra B in the chorus, which goes just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. And that's repeated 4 times for a total of 23 gunners and 25 Bs.
I isolated that there was an isolated B there, and I thought it's quite a. It's not a short song. It's got several sort of runs through the chorus.
I mean, we've got two of you here, 2 sort of quasi-middle-aged guys. It feels like you could give us a rendition of it. I mean, I know we're not on Only Connect now, but do you want to give us a little rendition?
No.
Worth a try. All right, fine. As my Victoria Coren Mitchell-esque charm is not washing off. It's a right answer either way. You've still got 4 killers.
We see your ploy, Arun.
We've still got 4 killers in the game. Let's see if we can get rid of one of them now with this correct answer, and let's see if we can get you some more money. What did you bring to your money box? Okay. Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. It is one of the first killers. It's a good time to find it on that correct answer. It is only 75, so it's not going to add a huge amount, but at least it's a killer out of the game, and it's more cash going into your jackpot. Let's add 75 to your jackpot now. Ben, happy round and we'll smash the karaoke. Lewis, you are welcome anytime you like. I know, but I know you've discussed with me with other reasons perhaps why it might be more challenging for you to come around. That reason staring at me from under the desk right now. Let's check in with the audience. You guys are on 1225, which is pretty good. We've got Ben and Jogging, who are still leading the field with 1400, but you're right behind them on 1225. Zeus has got a nice round 1000. AB Mecon, Radillac, Grams, Jesus are all on 825. We've got Nata and Riff on 663. CJ and Mark on 650. Cola and Marcini and Oni and Silent Marine have 575. Fetz and Mantis are on 475. It's still going with Simpsons Angle on 375. Flyboy's got 288. JR and Rias have 200. Ralph has 88 and Porlister has 75. Look, that's what the killer's doing, which is why I've got some slightly odd values in there. People obviously getting that last killer question wrong. You're doing well, guys. You're just about at the halfway point. We're going to pick our 5th coin, and Proogs, I believe the choice is yours.
Okay. Right, said red.
Right said red. The right one on the red one on the right hand side. 10 seconds to discuss a category.
Yeah. Did you say film was like a maybe for you?
I'm not great at film. I'm not great at art. Everything else, I'm not great at.
Okay. Let's go for film then, because I'm sort of 50-50 on it.
Okay, let's go with film. It's the middly one.
I could do well on it if it sort of falls right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Lewis, there's so many wires under my desk. It's they're threatening there. Right, we've taken out quite a few of those middle values. Let's take a look at the options on film. Strangers on a Train or North by Northwest.
Cool.
Let's take a look and see what the question is. Which of these Alfred Hitchcock movies was filmed in colour? 45 seconds to discuss, 15 seconds for the audience. Straw poll still available when you hear the bing. If you want to use it, your time starts now.
North by Northwest I have memory of seeing in colour, but I'm thinking, was it colourised?
I haven't seen either of them. I've listened to an
I
audio book.
haven't seen Strangers on a Train,
No.
but I know I have seen
Straw poll
a
available.
colour version of North by Northwest.
It
And the stills I've seen of it are in colour as well.
well, yeah, there's still
Where they're being chased through the fields with a plane behind them.
Yeah, I have no opinion
Strangers on a
really
Train
on
I
this.
feel is older and sort of
You want
trying
to try
to
the straw
pull it
poll, or
back
do you
in
need
mind. I'm thinking it might have been in black and white.
be?
That's all I've got to go on, I'm afraid.
That's your time up.
Let's go with that then. Let's just go with it. 'Cause I've got nothing to add.
What are we going with?
North by Northwest.
North by Northwest. Let's lock it in and see what the audience thought. And look at that, we've gone right down the middle again. A straw poll would have been no help to you whatsoever there.
It's literally 50-50.
50-50. These questions are designed to be thinky ones, and ones that you don't necessarily just know or don't know. Let's see if 50% of the audience and yourselves were correct with North by Northwest. Yes, you were.
Oh, well done.
Strangers on a Train, 1951. North by Northwest, 1959. It's a year before my mum was born, 1959. The Ferbs are welcome to the stream. And again, we've got another one right. We've only dropped one so far, and it wasn't a killer. Let's see if we can take another of those killers out of the game and maybe bring a little bit more money to your jackpot. Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box? $250. Another nice middling value, and also notably another one that is not a killer. There are still 3 killers in this game with 4 questions to go. It could be make for quite a frightening end game, but for now, let's keep adding that money up and add 250 to your jackpot. Up to 1,475, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories left to choose from. Still got the 2 biggest values, the 1,000 and the 1,500 are still there. You've also got 500 still up there, but you've picked some good money so far. Let's see if we can get a little bit more as Shapes picks our next coin.
Right, let's go for that.
We're going up for the top right for the purple one. Ferbsu, it's only just picked up your public chat. It only flags on my app when you type in the public chat. So if you've been here a while, that's fine too. But welcome all the same. 10 seconds to discuss a category.
How many more of these do we play in this main bit of the game?
You've had 5 out of 9 questions.
Okay. Any preferences here?
The only one I'm sort of more wary on now is sort of famous people, because that's such a broad
It could
thing.
be anything, yeah.
But, from this point onwards, I think it's all stuff I'm okay with. So
Let's go with. I'll get rid of famous people then. We'll give that a go.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Famous people it is, and thank you for what I think was a follow there, although the follow alert hasn't come up, but maybe it's just being a bit delayed. Let's take a look at your options on famous people. Chapel Rowan or Sabrina Carpenter? I've heard of exactly one of these. Let's see what the question brings. Which of these singers was born first? 45 seconds to discuss, 15 seconds in the audience. Time starts now.
I know nothing about either of these. I've heard the names.
I'm sort of aware of their songs more than I'm aware of them. And
Would this be a good candidate to ask the audience, or whatever the
Straw poll.
might be.
Legally distinct ask the audience, which is available now if you want it.
because
I think it might be a good idea to do because I've got an inclination one way, but let's sort of see what everyone else thought
okay,
first.
let's poll the mob. Then.
Okay, straw poll coming in now. Let's see what everybody said. Oh no! It's the Brexit numbers! 52% Sabrina Carpenter,
no.
Chapel Rowan 48%.
That doesn't help much.
So that actually goes the other way to what I was thinking, because I was thinking Chapel Rowan is the older of the two.
Okay.
I think Sabrina Carpenter.
I'll give you a few seconds grace here just to think
My
about that straw
question here
poll,
is
but I will need an answer soon.
Do I trust the audience? And
Chapel Rowan's the one who was at the Grammys with the big pointy hat this week. If you've sort of seen any of that in the news.
But,
Sabrina Carpenter, I get the impression she's sort of not yet 20, but I may
That's
have
time,
that
I think, I'm
completely
afraid, gentlemen. I do need an answer from you.
should we go with Chapel Row then?
Yes, let's go with Chapel Rowan.
Chapel Row.
Chapel Rowan. Okay, we're going to
Chapel Rowan.
ignore
It's
what
the
the
room.
straw poll said. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Let's lock it in. 48% of the audience, so the very, very slight favouring to Sabrina Carpenter. Were the audience right, or were you right to ignore them? You were right to ignore them. Yes, Chapel Rowan, February 1998. Sabrina Carpenter, May 1999. Not a huge amount in it, barely a year.
Closer than I thought.
Yeah, quite close. But you've used your straw poll. It wasn't much help. In fact, you went in the opposite direction, but it is at least for now used. We still need to unearth 3 killers. Again, we've got a right answer. This would be a really good time to find one, but we're running out of questions as well. We've only got 3 more after this one, so we also want to start finding some of that bigger money if we can. Let's have a look and see what did you bring to your money box. Oh, it's 50. A non-killer 50, which now we're getting into squeaky bum territory, because that's not a huge amount to put into the money box at this stage of the game. We've still got 3 big values, the 500, the 1,000 and the 1,500 still in there, and we've also got 3 killers that we haven't yet unearthed. Let's have 52 your jackpot. Taking us up to 1525, stepping up the streets. Welcome to the stream. Now, that is a tale of 2 cities, really. You've got the 3 big values. You've got the 25, the 100, and the 325 over on the left. So 3 fairly chonky values, 2 fairly low ones, and 1 in the middle, and 3 killers yet to be unearthed. You could get a killer on every single question here. You could, theoretically, avoid all 3 of the remaining killers. It's only guaranteed that you'll see 1. Time to check in with the audience. Ben has the lead with 1650. You guys are still in second with 1525. We've got Jogging on 1400, Zeus on 1300, Conradalac 1125, Grams 1075. Everyone else then dropping into 3 figures. Well, last pair of questions before we have the odd one at the end. And Prugs, time for a coin.
Purple, please.
Purple on the left, loaded into the money box. 10 seconds to discuss your category.
I'm okay with any of the ones we've got left, I think.
My preferred ones would be probably communication, the internet, and distances. So,
do we want to keep those for the final, though?
yeah, I think so. It's difficult to tell with these questions,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, should we
If you
take
go for
art?
the other 3,
Art's the one that's sort of really, really broad, so I think, should we take that now?
go on then. Yeah.
Art, okie dokie. And some options. The Gustav Klimt painting The Kiss, or the Auguste Rodin sculpture The Kiss. And your question?
Okay.
Which of these pieces of art is older? 45 seconds to discuss, 15 seconds in the audience, and your time starts now. No straw poll available.
My gut is Rodin, but I'm probably wrong.
I don't know. My gut's the same on this.
It's because these questions are designed to be not necessarily gotchas, but that sort of things, you know.
It's time up in the audience. No straw poll available, so we don't get a ping.
Yeah.
The history of art.
Yeah, Rodan, was he? I don't know. If it was me, I would go for Rodan. That's the only thing I can say.
It is you, Proogs. I've got some news for you. It is you.
19th century.
Just got to convince Shapes. That's your time up. What are we going for?
Are you happy if I go with Rodan? Shapes? Shapes?
Oh, have we lost Shapes?
Are you still there? It sounds like it. Are you there, Shapes?
Shapes, come back to us.
Which might mean he might have been speaking earlier when it went quiet, and I didn't hear him.
Oh, possibly. We may have lost Shapes. I think we've lost you. Oh, there we go. You're back. You're back.
Sorry, I had a buffering thing there.
Right.
Are we both leaning towards Rodan as being the older one?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I went with Rodan, would you mind? Oh, no, you've got again.
We've lost you again. I'm going to assume you sounded like you were Rodan. Oh, we were sort of back, and so there might be another time delay happening. Let's lock in Rodan and see what the audience thought. Big majority going towards Rodan. 79% of the audience think Rodan, 21% going for the kiss. Seems unlikely that both of you and 79% of the audience would be wrong, but let's take a look. Absolutely right. Yes, Rodan 1882 and Klimt 1908. Solid knowledge, good hunches there, good hunches. And let's see, what did you bring to your money box? Well, we know the score. There's still 3 killers. Any time is a good time to find a killer with the right answer. Now, most of all, we want to take the pressure off for the next couple of questions. Let's see, what did you bring to your money box? Okay. So we've got good news, bad news. 500 is a really nice amount to win. It's one of the 3 chunkier values that was left. However, it is still a non-killer, which means out of 5 potential coins going into these last 2 questions, more than half of them are killers. Big pressure on this end game on these final 2 questions. But for now, let's keep with the good news and add 500 to your jackpot. We're breaking 2,000. We're up to the year that it is. 2025 is your jackpot. You've still got the 2 big values up there, and you've still got the 25, but you've also still got 3 killers in play. Now, just going to say at this point, with 2 questions to go, obviously you want to find questions that you're going to be more confident with all those killers in play, but also you've got to think about earning the money is one thing, but keeping it in the end game is something else. So you'd also want to be thinking about which questions you want to leave until the end. Let's go to Shapes and get him to pick a coin for us.
Let's have that one.
Green on the left. Incidentally, I seem to have lost... I don't know if... Oh, everything has come back now. I lost all of my Twitch chat for a moment and stuff, but it seems to have come back. I don't know if it's just me or if Twitch is just having a general moment. But either way, 10 seconds to discuss a category.
Shall we go with flags or logos and keep the other ones?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Should we go with logos just to see what it is?
Yep.
On the logos. Oh, I have to do something. Hang on, sorry.
So press a button. Logos it is. Let's take a look at some options. Yellow or red? This could go in any which way. Let's take a look at the question. What colour is the rightmost circle of the MasterCard logo? 45 seconds to discuss, 15 seconds in the audience. Time starts now.
See, I would have said that the MasterCard was orange and red, but that's me being pedantic.
It's because it's two circles overlapping, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I think it's yellow then red.
I think
it's a yellow on the left and
I think
red
it is
on
as
the
well. Yeah, that's what my inclination is.
Time up in the audience. Another few seconds.
Because I think the sort of when it's the bottom left part of the on a card, I'm pretty sure it's like the red bits facing into the
middle of
facing into the rest of the card.
Yeah, no, my inclination is that it's as presented on the board, yellow, red.
Yeah, I think the yellow bit's right in the bottom left corner of the card.
I'm inclined to agree.
Well, that's time. What are we going for?
The red is on the right.
Indeed.
So we're saying red is the rightmost circle. Let's lock that in and see what the audience think. And we've got another dead heat, 50-50, right down the middle, so no indication from the audience as to what's what there. We think it's
audience.
we think it's red. Let's take a look and see, is that the right answer?
Oh.
No, I'm afraid it's not. Let me just bring it up for you and show you all. That is the MasterCard logo. It is very clearly red and then yellow.
Oh, yes.
So a lot of us are Mandelaing ourselves there, myself included, and that's the only question I don't have any notes on. Now, this is one of only 2 questions we've had that we absolutely do not want to find a killer, and now would be a really good time to take out the 25. If it was going to be a moot point anyway, yeah, 25 at the game would be amazing. A killer now would not be good, but we have got 1 question left in order to recover if it is. Let's find out. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, it's 100 and it's a non-killer. That is, given the situation, about as good as it could have gone. The one thing that would have made that better is if that were the 25. But 100 being lost out on at this point is not the end of the world. The fact it's not a killer is a miracle. That is a good position to be in. You don't get the 100, but you keep your current jackpot. Let's take the 100 out of the game.
I think someone said at the beginning of the game to avoid the killers, and that's what we're trying to do.
That's exactly what you've done. You've only hit 1 so far, which is you're only guaranteed to hit 1. Let's just check in with the audience scores at this point. You guys now have the official lead, 2,025. Jogging just behind on 2,000. Zeus on 1,900. Ben 1650, Conrad Alex 1625, Grams 1575, Natter 1563, everyone else under 1500. So, you've got 1 more question before the finale, and here's the state of play. Flags, communication, the internet, and distances are your options on category, and your values could not be more disparate. 25, 325, 1,000, and 1,500. And 3 killers. There is a 75% chance that the one you unearth now will be a killer. Not to put too fine a point on it, but this decision that you're about to make, or the next 2 decisions, coin and answer, could make the difference, or the difference is as disparate as 1,013 in your jackpot, or 3,525 in your jackpot. Those are the extremes of the game at the moment. Down as low as 1,000 or up as high as 3,500. Proogs, would you please select your coin?
Green.
Going for the green on the right. And Shapes, 10 seconds to discuss the category.
Do we want our most confident one to try and do everything we can, avoid getting this one wrong?
Yeah, probably. I'd prefer sticking with one of those 3 on the right-hand side.
Okay, because flags was being my most confident.
Okay. If you're confident on flags, go with flags. I'm adequate with the flags, but it's not my specialist subject.
Main answer?
We'll go with it. I think between us, if we can confer on this one, might be better.
Go with it.
Flags. Okay, last question of the main game, and let's take a look at your options. Oops, if I focus on the right window. South Korea or South Sudan? And your question is, which of these countries has more colours on its national flag? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you to discuss. Starts now.
So South Korea is black, blue, red and white.
Okay.
And South Sudan, I think, is like the ones like Ethiopia and that, which have got like sort of the same sort of design as the South African one, but not quite as many colours.
Yeah.
But I think it has more than. I think it's more than 3. And now, given that we know that South Korea is exactly 4, I could imagine South Sudan having 5.
Okay. You make a plausible suggestion.
I'm pretty sure that South Sudan isn't just a straight tricolour.
Yeah, okay. Go with that then.
We're happy with South Sudan?
I'm happy to go with you.
Yeah, about 75% on this one, I think.
Let's lock in South Sudan then. And let's see what the audience thought as well. Significantly more going towards South Sudan, 73%, whereas only 27% go for South Korea. That is reassuring at this point of the game. Let's see, are you and the majority of the audience correct? Absolutely right. South Sudan has 6 colours: black, white, red, green, blue and yellow. South Korea, as you correctly pointed out, has got 4: red, white, blue and black. Correct answer. So, doesn't matter that it is a 75% likelihood that it's going to be a killer. What we want to see, though, is that 1,500 coin go into your money box for a chance at some really, really pleasing pennies. What did you bring to your money box? Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Just the 25. It was a killer, so you found 2 out of the 4 killers, which is pretty good going, I have to say. So you've had a relatively risk-free game, but that last one, the one that seemed you were fairly confident on, or certainly the audience seemed quite confident on, it was a killer coin and only had 25 on it, but it's still cash, so let's add it to your jackpot. Which means, after 9 questions, shapes and prugs, you have amassed a jackpot of 2,050 pennies, which is a great position to be in. However, you could lose it all before the end, or you could win a whole lot more, because it is time for the Moneybox finale. But first, let's check in with the leaderboard, because I forgot I added that cue in. Prigs and Shapes, you have still got the lead, 2,050. Zeus, 1,925. Ben's got 1,675. Graham, 1,600. Not a huge amount of difference from the last board, it has to be said, because most players got it right, and it wasn't worth that much money. But if you did get that last one wrong, unfortunately, you will have just had your score cut in half. But you still got an opportunity to keep some, all, or even more of your jackpot than is already there, as it is now time for the Moneybox finale. Right, gentlemen, we have drained that jackpot down to 0, and we have taken it and split it into 3 different portions using the jackpot itself as a start point. 100%, 2,050. You've also got 50%, 1,025, and you've got 200%, 4,100. Which means, with 2 of the remaining 3 categories left to be picked, you have a potential jackpot of 6,150 pennies that you could win each tonight. You are still working together at this point, and it's going to play exactly the same as before. You've got a choice of 3 categories, of which you are going to pick 2, and you're going to pick a coin to go with each. The 3 remaining coins have had those percentages, 50, 100 and 200, assigned to them. All you've got to do is find the right coins and get the questions right. Best of luck to you both. Let's go to the money box, and Shapes, pick a coin.
Okay, let's go for that one.
We're going for the orange one on the left, and Prugs, the first of 2 categories. 10 seconds to discuss.
Do you have any preferences on those?
Not really. If they're all good for you, they're all okay for me as well.
It's very broad. I'd be inclined to go for communication or distances.
Okay, shall we go for communication, because that might be a bit less broad than distances could be anything.
Communication it is.
Communication it is. Let's take a look at your options. 101, 111. And your question. In the UK, which of these phone numbers should be used to contact the police in non-emergencies? 45 seconds to discuss, 15 seconds in the audience, and your time starts now.
111 is the NHS, isn't it?
I think it is. I think 101 is the general police.
I'm pretty sure I've made quite a lot of use of 111. I didn't realise it was sort of specifically a different one for the police, but yeah, 111 is basically...
Police is the non-emergency. I'm sorry, I'm reading the question back, but yeah, police is non-emergencies because it's the equivalent of 999, but without having to work out. It gets you through to your local constabulary, essentially.
So 101.
Without you having to know where you are. So yeah, 101, I think, is the police one.
We're leaning towards 101. We'll just wait for that timer to expire. Happy to go with 101?
Room 101.
Room 101.
Yes, please.
Let's see what the audience thought as well. Pretty tight. Not the tightest we've seen. 54% going for 101, 46% for 111. You sounded
Sorry.
I was just saying, you sounded fairly confident. But yes, it would be interesting to know the demographic of the audience, actually, if they've got if we've got a lot of non-UK folks here, that might skew it. Anyway, let's take a look. Is it 101? Good answer, yes. And a note here from the question writer, Arun. My prediction is that nobody will pick this category. I'm afraid your prediction was incorrect, Arun Aromatics. But you're quite right. 111 is used for urgent, non-emergency medical help and advice. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between urgent and emergency. I suppose emergency is more urgent.
I could give you some examples.
If you're on fire.
When one of your earplugs is broken in half and half of it's gone down your ear canal, for example.
Is that urgent or is that an emergency? Is that urgent or is that an emergency?
Well, I can tell you that 111 pointing my other ear towards it did help.
Okay. Well, look, it's the right answer. And is it going to be 50, 100 or 200% of that 2,050 you amassed? I really hope that this is the 200. But let's see what happens. What did you bring to your money box? It's the 50%.
Oh.
Okay,
cool.
So you're guaranteed now 1,025 pennies each. That is now guaranteed. Nice. But we could get you even more. Let's add that to your jackpot. And one final question this game. And for what it's worth, I've had a suggestion from Arun Aromatics in the suggestions channel of the Discord about a way that we could change the finale in another way, which I am ruminating on at the moment. So this finale may change again before next time. But for now, we've got the small matter of one final coin. It's going to be 100% or 200%. Prudes, what's it going to be?
Let's go with that one.
We're going with the blue one up at the top, on the top right, leaving the orange one there. And one final category selection. It's the final question of the game. What's it going to be?
Cool. Do you have a preference? Because
they're both broad.
They are both very broad. I'm imagining distance is like, if it's between countries, I know that sort of mental version of a map of the world can be very different from
what are we going
the
for?
Actual distance.
What are we going for?
Should we have the internet?
It's a really, really difficult one. Go on then, go with the internet.
The internet it shall be, and we will leave that other question for another time. Let's take a look at your options on the internet. Plenty of Fish or Grindr? Nice. We'll leave it on a nice note. Your options are Plenty of Fish and Grindr. Your question, according to 2023 Ofcom data, which of these platforms has a higher number of UK users? You have 45 seconds to discuss it, and it starts now.
Oh, goodness knows.
I don't know.
Is the potential users of Plenty of Fish, because obviously Grindr is specifically for
certain demographic, yeah.
Is Plenty of Fish sort of does it have a specific sort of gender leaning?
Yeah, if it's more general, its audience will be diluted amongst all the other ones. I would have thought.
Possibly.
Audience is wrong. User base is better.
And it's not Tinder. It's not like the first one you think of if someone says dating site.
I would go with Grindr on this one.
Yeah, I would be inclined to do the same. Much
Time
the
is
same
up.
reason as you came with there, because there's more competition in the sort of the general dating market.
What are we going
whereas
for?
Grindr is very much the known name for its
Let's-
particular demographic.
So do we agree on Grindr then?
I think so. Yes, I think.
There you Who was Grindr then?
We all agree on Grindr, and the audience agree with you as well by the looks of it. 71%. Oh, it would have been so good if that had come up as 69, wouldn't it? 71% thinking Grindr, 29% going for Plenty of Fish. Let's see, was that the right answer? Yeah, it was 625,000 on Plenty of Fish, 924,000 on Grindr. And your logic was sound. Plenty of Fish is a sort of its time thing. It's a dating app I was using in sort of 2013, 2014, and it doesn't really have a look in anymore. So it's a happy ending for you guys because you've already got guaranteed 1,025. You're guaranteed at least another 2,050. So a very happy ending. Shall we find out just how happy it's going to be?
Yes, let's discover how happy the ending is.
Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box? 200%! Guys, congratulations!
It's a life-changing amount of pennies.
Life-changing amount of pennies. You have won 250% of your jackpot. Let's add it in for the final time and tell you that tonight in Moneybox you are going away with 5,125 pennies each. Huge congratulations.
Oh.
That
nice one, Bruce.
Was a wonderful, wonderful game of Moneybox there. And you two have been sterling company and right smart as well. You've plumped on the right questions at the right time. Let's check in with our audience for the final time and just see how everyone else fared. You did finish at the very top, 5,125. Everyone else, I believe, those are the penny payouts. Plenty of pennies in the money box indeed. Those are the pennies you get paid out. So unfortunately, if you didn't have a happy ending in the finale and you didn't get either of them right, I haven't implemented the pity pennies yet. So unfortunately, you're going to have a slightly sadder ending. But I hope you had fun all the same. But yes, those are the final scores. So very well done. Thank you all. Thank you all for playing. We'll add those in as soon as the credits roll in just a moment. But Prugs and Shapes, it's all you guys. It's all you guys tonight. So huge congratulations. I do hope you've had fun. Can I extend my thanks as well to Arun for a lovely question pack and to Lewis as well for proofing it. Prugs, Shapes, I'll leave you two to have the final word. Woods.
Yeah. Really good teammate to have on that, and thanks Arun for good questions as well.
It went better than I'd possibly hoped, particularly given we had all the killers towards the end. So
yes, that was a dicey bit, and we actually
that was quite scary. You did manage to navigate that path quite well.
You've got to have some jeopardy towards the end of a game like this.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely. Well, look. I'm going to love you and leave you 5,125 pennies to each of you. You've played an absolute cracker of a game, and I hope you've had fun. Until next time, look after yourselves, and I'll hopefully see you in distinction as well.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, what a result for Prugs and Shapes there. A great performance has to be said, and again, thank you to Arun for some lovely, lovely questions. And everything seemed to go pretty much without a hitch, apart from all my apps seem to be breaking because it's probably drawing a lot of graphical power, so I could probably still optimize the graphics a bit more. I like Arun's suggestion of how to change the end game, which I will. I'm still going to ruminate on and maybe make some changes. I hope you thought the shorter timer was better, and it looks like we're under an hour for the whole game, which is about where it should be, I feel. And look forward to your suggestions and your feedback later on, which I won't look at during the game. I'm going to concentrate on the next game. But enjoy the credits because you haven't formally seen them yet in the proper sequence of things. I hope you had fun, and I will see you after the break for even more quiz here at Game Night. We have got Distinction as written by the Lupine One. I've proved it myself. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope we'll see you there. We're going to play some adverts, so if you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts. If you are subscribed, you'll get some kick-ass electro swing, but we won't start the next game without you, so get yourselves another drink, grab some more snacks, go stretch your legs, and we'll be back in a few minutes' time. Thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun with Moneybox. I'll put a bonus up in a minute. When we return after the break, we will be playing Distinction, as written by the Lupine One. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I do hope you'll stick around for it. Go grab some drinks, go grab some snacks, go stretch your legs, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes' time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Welcome.
Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide. For a silly spook, place it by your side. Shrouded in a dark disguise. They pretend to terrorize. Grim ghosts come out to socialize. Pictures, please. When the crypto's creak and the tombstones quake, happy haunts materialize, and begin to vocalize. Grim ghosts come out to socialize. Now close your eyes and don't try to hide. For a silly spook, place it by your side. Shrouded in a dark disguise. They pretend to terrorize. Grim ghosts come out to socialize. As the moon flames high with the dead oak trees, spooks arrive with the midnight street. Creepy creeps with eerie eyes start to shriek and harmonize. Then bring ghosts come out to socialize. When you hear the bell of a requiem bell, weird cold clean where spirits smell. Restless bones etherealize. Rise as squints up every time. Then bring ghosts come out to socialize.
Well, sorry if you lost the music for the briefest of moments there. I can't actually tell if you did or not, because what's happening at the moment is that I think I've spotted a connection. Voicemeter is crashing if my headset is switched off when it's activated, or if the headset goes out of range, which it just did when I popped to the loo just then. So yeah, I don't know if you did lose the music then, but that's a thing that seems to be happening with Voicemeter at the moment. I'm loath to reinstall it because I'll never get the right setting back again. Grim Grinning Ghosts there with what's it called? Grim Grinning Ghost Jack G Extended Electro Swing Remix. That'll probably get muted on the VOD. It would maybe Jesus, but it never used to do that. Very often I would turn it on and it would connect fine and say, but I mean, if it's physically switched off, it would still connect to the wireless receiver, but it wouldn't crash. It's only very recently it started doing that. But if you didn't lose it, hey, it's a me problem, not a you problem. Well, what a great game that was. Great game of Moneybox. Lovely questions from Arun. Thank you to him and to Lewis for proofing. And to Shapes and Proofs for being such good sport. Obviously, Moneybox is still in its early days of its reskin. Something is telling me that I need to continue to optimize it further. It is probably the studio set. There is probably stuff that I doubt is being used that is causing things to lag, because it's making my stream control app lag. It crashed my Twitch overlay a couple of times on OBS. I couldn't watch the monitor because that was about 45 seconds behind, and as you also saw, I wasn't able to share the video because that was causing issues on the sound delay. So hopefully the broadcast still looked okay. I'll watch that back a bit later on and see if it came across. But I'm hoping it came across as fun. I certainly enjoyed hosting it, and I hope it felt a little bit snappier than before. But as ever, please do let me know your feedback, and I promise I'll try not to be too defensive if you're not a fan. Mr. Vertigo, Suricat, welcome to the stream. We've got Distinction coming up in just a moment. Before all that, let me do a little bit of continuity. Ash the Bash is a fellow Twitch streamer of interactive quizzing content, and he's just put up a schedule for season 15 and 16 and 17. I thought I was a bit mad for trying to plan season 18 now, but I think he's got quite a short season 16 because he's got a big event happening in season 17 in the shape of a duel tournament. So if that scratches a particular itch of yours, then do go give him a follow. I say Ash the Bash is streaming. He's actually not streaming on Friday. He's out gigging, so there is no stream from Ash this Friday, sadly, which is tomorrow. So you'll all have to go and find something else to do. Go out the house, go to the pub or something on a Friday. That might be fun, but it's entirely up to you. But go follow him anyway. He's going to be back next Wednesday with Untitled Grid Game Wipeout and the Million Duke Drop. So that'll be fun. As for me, well, I'm at the front end of my streaming week, and what have we got coming up for the rest of the week? We've got Distinction happening in just a minute, and then this Saturday, we've got Plinko by Stinson's Angle, we've got Data Leak by Quizzle, and we've got The Purge by Fluffy Bunny. So that sounds like a good mixture of quizzing fun to look forward to this Saturday. That's the 8th of February at 8 p.m. GMT. Now, I've been promising it for weeks that I'm going to publish the schedule for the 5th birthday party, and I still haven't, to my eternal shame. However, I can tell you that is definitely happening on Saturday, the 1st of March. It's looking to be starting sometime quite early, sort of 10:30 a.m. is looking to be. Yeah, I know, it's shame on me. But yeah, about 10:30 on Saturday the 1st of March. It's going to be an all-day stream. It's going to be raising money for charity, and it's going to be celebrating 5 years of game night. Doing this thing for 5 years. Slightly longer than 5 years, actually, but it's been called game night for 5 years. So I do hope that you're going to pop along and support that. Even if you can't make it for the whole day, pop along for a bit. There'll be giveaways, there'll be prizes, there'll be incentives and rewards for donating and stuff. So it was really great fun last year for the 400th episode. We raised a goodly amount of money for Calm, was last year's charity. So I need to pick a charity, I need to publish the schedule, I need to confirm guests, and all sorts of other stuff. Question writers have been approached and packs are coming in, so there's lots of things going to be happening on that day. So yeah, lots of planning involved. That is also going to mark the end of season 17, so it's a slightly shorter season, much like Ash is doing for season 16, slightly shorter season 17. But I'm making up for it in season 18, which I'm starting to plan the broad strokes of. Season 18 is going to be in 2 halves, rather than doing a short season 17 and a short season 18 and then doing a longer season 19. I'm actually going to break season 18 up into 2 chunks, because for a variety of reasons I'm away for 2 weeks. It's not the same reasons, but Thursday the 17th, Saturday the 19th, Thursday the 24th of April I'm unavailable, or Saturday 26th of April. Anyway, basically season 18 is going to be in 2 bits, and then that's going to run up to the end of June, I think, is what I'm planning. So question writers, I will probably be asking for packs for season 18 before too long as well. So there's a lot going on. Things that I've got earmarked to do in season 18, reskin Google that, reskin the pyramid. That's got a little tentative question mark next to it. There's another music quiz live is on the horizon for sometime in season 18. I want to continue building my internal toolkit that I'm working on at the moment, which is going to make operating the whole thing so much easier, and hopefully reduce loading times and other things like that. So there's lots going on. And 24 hours of non-stop steeplechase also coming in season 18. Your experience may differ. So yeah, I'm planning the strokes of season 18. It's going to take us up to the summer. Yeah, lots of things going on. But if you're just here on the Thursday stream, since you mentioned Steeplechase, Lewis, if you're only here in the week, next Thursday I've got The Escape Artist by Zeus. I've got Steeplechase by Dogfish. And I've got Risky Business by me. I've written a pack of Risky Business, which I finished last night, I think. Yeah, so that's to look forward to next Thursday. I'm very much looking forward to that. I quite like my pack of Risky Business, what I've written. So, and I think you would as well. So make sure you do pop along for that next Thursday as well. Right, that's all the continuity. There's a lot of self-promotion there, but it's needs to be done because that's how the world works these days. Anyway, it is time for Distinction. It has been written by Ralph. It has been proofed by me. There's an awful lot to like about this pack, and I hope that you're ready to play. Get your universal controllers at the ready as we head to the Distinction studio to find out what I think, well, to find out what you don't think other people, what you think other people don't know. Does that work? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, let's play. It's Distinction! I've decided that works for Moneybox as well. It's Moneybox! Good evening, good evening, good evening. So there's 2 games I can say it's, and then format title here, and then good evening ad infinitum. Come enjoy the game. RBSQ is the code. Oh, is it time for Stream Pupper? Come on, you. Oh, it's a Stream Pupper. RBSQ is the code while I show off Stream Pupper. Let's go large again. Oh, look at this. Oh. Come on. There we go. What a good pup. There he is. Nice doggy. Hello. Alright, are you going to sit on me for Distinction? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I have a new bed. It is very nice. Yeah, shall we show everyone your new bed? Here's his new bed, which he likes very much, and he hasn't eaten yet. Are you going to go in it? Go to bed. There you go. What a nice pup. Right, RBSQ has a new bed and wants to show us. Yes. Oh, let's pop the camera back to a sensible level, shall we? But not that sensible. I really need to paint this wall. That's going to be a thing that's going to happen at some hypothetical later stage. Anywho, anyhow. Come join the game. Distinction. Lots of you in so far, which is very encouraging to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. And the message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan. Allo to you too, Puzzle Dan. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Ben has a new bed and wants it. Ben must paint the wall. Yes, Ben must paint the wall. He really must. It's format title here. That's a great name for a show. Format title here. One of these days you need to go, it's, and then say nothing and play the Liberty Bell march. It's. Oh, look at this. Oh, where is he? Oh, I can't get the camera out far enough. He's on the other side of the hymn book, which is just there. He's curled up in his bed and looks very, very cute. Anyway. Oh, hello. Message from our sponsor, Samster.
Room code PLS Ben, thanks.
Sorry, Sam. RBSQ. RBSQ. Hang on, why is that now not centered? There he is. Must be there. Okay, slightly off center, but never mind. Right, I think it's time for some distinction as written by the Lupine One. I hope you all are ready to play. Lots to like about this pack. Let's I use that little glimpse to gather the dimensions where we recreate a second life. I'll give you a full tour at some point. I honestly don't mind. Not that precious about it. I've chatted enough. Let's play distinction. Here we go then. Here is our first board, and we've got interesting dimensions of board. We've got a 10, a 10, and an 8 here. Oh, and hello and welcome to the game, The Naked Grammar, just in the nick of time. Yeah, 10 and a 10 and an 8. Are the boards you've got on offer. First answer, you can basically tell me any of the answers that fit the criteria on these boards. These are exhaustive boards as well, so there will only be exactly the number of answers that fulfill the criteria as are presented on the board. So there'll be exactly 10 answers for the first 2 boards and exactly 8 answers for the last one. You can only give me a maximum of 3. Once you give me 3, you won't be able to give me any more. But if you're the first person to find one of the answers on the board, then you will... Exhaustive boards, yes indeed. Then you will get 20 points. Hooray! Jerry Harris, welcome to the stream as well. If you get the same answer as someone else within 5 seconds of the first person to get the answer, then you get some pity points, and it doesn't count as one of your 3, but you do get pity points as a sort of consolation. There's one bonus on each board as well. That bonus is going to be worth 30 points if you can find it, and your answers can come from anywhere. They can come 3 from one, 1 from each, or 2 from one, 1 from another. It's entirely up to you. So play where your strengths lie or play where the gaps go. First 10 seconds are very important, so make sure you type fast and furiously to see if you can populate your avatar onto one of these board slots. Good luck, and we have got 28 answers to find, and your categories are... Sports to be played at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, the first 10 chemical elements in alphabetical order, and composers whose work was featured in the 1940 Disney animation Fantasia. There is our first bonus. So, 2 bonuses to go, about 30 seconds left. We're slowly chipping away at the answers. There's a bonus on the left and a bonus on the right. Note that middle board is in alphabetical order, if that gives you a clue as to what you're looking for. There's our second bonus for basketball over on the left. One more bonus on the right if you can find it. Couple more coming in now. Oh, we're close. Any more for any more? And that is time up. 25 out of 28. That is pretty good. Still eluding one of the bonuses. Still eluding you, but you did clear the Commonwealth Games board over on the left. Basketball, swimming, athletics, bowls, boxing, cycling, gymnastics, judo, netball, and weightlifting. And for all of those other than judo, netball, and boxing, you've also got their Paralympic equivalents. all available there, and a lot of variations as well. 2 answers that we didn't find. There was one answer actually on the right board. I'm not surprised now. I feel like I would have found it. It would have been the one I would have probably gone for first, because it is the Sorcerer's Apprentice piece over on the right-hand board. And one of the elements that we missed as well, beginning with B, Berkelium. Berkelium is the missing answer on the in the centre there. Over on the right, Dukas, Paul Dukas, who wrote The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Was it Dukas, possibly? And Schubert, Ave Maria by Schubert, was also used in the same scene as I think the Pastoral Symphony. Dvorak in your head, yes, different nationality. Dvorak was Czech, I think. Dukas was, I think he was he English? Or was he French? Night on Bald Mountain or Night on Bear Mountain, either one. Night on Bald, St. John's Night on the Bear Mountain by Modest Mussorgsky, who died in a lunatic asylum because he was drunk. Apparently there's no bonus on that right-hand board, so I might need to look at the logic. It might have assigned the bonus to slot number 9 or 10, which obviously doesn't exist. But it should show you which one was the bonus, but apparently it doesn't. So I might have to go and have a little look at the logic. But you have all done jolly well, so let's take a look and see what the scores are at the end of round 1. Sorry, no bonus. A couple of us didn't get any out of that. No drama. Let's go on up the board. See if we get some points. We got Stilgar, Natter, and Jogging. Manages to pick up some pity points there. Ben, Vertigo, Simpsons, Angle, Silent Marine, Proves, Paulus starting to get into the 1 correct answer territory. Samster 1 and a bit, Oni 1 and a bit, Flyboy 1 and a bit, Mantissa and Fets 1 and quite a lot of bits, or possibly a bonus. Shapes getting 35 and into our top 6. Clive with 35, Riff with 40, Blobby Apple with 45, AP Me with 60, Zeus with 65, and Toot at the top with 70. That's the end of round 1. And on we go. Opportunity to join if you haven't done so already. RBSQ is the code. Now would be a good time to come and join. Yeah, this composer's Bach's Toccata, a Fugue in D minor. Tchaikovsky, of course. Lupine breaking one of the cardinal rules and putting Tchaikovsky as a valid answer, but it was amongst many answers. But yes, the Nutcracker Suite was by Tchaikovsky. Sorcerer's Apprentice by Paul Dukas, which I mentioned. The Rite of Spring was the Stravinsky piece, and I know it was valid. I know you're not allowed to have Tchaikovsky as an answer. It's the rule. Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony. Dance of the Hours was the Ponchielli piece. So very well done to Toot for getting that one, which is the I remember that as a campfire song when I was a teenager, singing that, and we used to go to Coven camping when I was a teenager and slightly younger. It was good fun. Not the Bear Mountain by Mussorgsky, as mentioned. Yes, the right brother. The writer's Lupine, Silent Marine. That's why I'm having a go at him. Yes, Hello Mother, Hello Father. That's the one. And Schubert's Ave Maria, which I mentioned. Ave Maria. That one. Right, that's enough time. No one seems to be coming to join. Let's move on to round number 2. You got 3 boards in this round, and we'll take them one at a time. Most unique answer on this board certainly is going to score 60 points. Subsequent answers will score 10 points for. What do I mean by most unique answer? Well, it's the correct answer that fewest people say, because in this round you can only give me 1 answer per board. You've got 30 seconds to think of one, but you want to go for the answer that you think fewest other people will say. If you give me a correct answer, you are guaranteed points, but you want to go for the rarest one. But also remember at the same time, everybody else is also trying to think of the rarest answers, and so sometimes going for the obvious one can be the strategy. Now, you can be 1 answer, 30 seconds to do it. This first question is going to be a very, very interesting, because I know we've got a lot of fans in the audience and playing along at home. And this is as good a survey as any, I feel. About what, or maybe not, because... Oh, thank you for that pronunciation there. I will look at that in a mo. Yes, this could be telling, but also you're playing a game, so you might be going for game theory. I'm going to let the question do the talking and let you do the answers, because that's how quiz works. Let's see what you think of this. Good luck. We're looking for Egyptian hieroglyphs used on Only Connect. No, Clive, Silent Marine is not saying that. What's an Only Connect? I don't know what an Only Connect is. How many former champions we've got playing tonight. One or two at least. And that is tie. No answer from Paula, so that's going to be marked as incorrect. And I can tell you the other wrong answers are all incorrect. Pharaoh, Fish, Pyramid, Ankh, and Ra, I'm afraid. No points for any of those. Fish is close to... Actually, no, it's not. Change my mind. Right, so everything else, everyone else gave a correct answer and is going to get points. Let's see. Oh, your keyboard just fell. Rip Paulister's keyboard. Let's take a look and see if you covered all of them. Oh, you did not. Fish is close. Actually, no, it's not. You did not cover all the answers, and that, I think, is worthy of... Shame. That button, considering who have we got in tonight? Who have we got in? We've got who's been on it? Was Sam playing? Sam, yeah, Sam's been on it. Sam's won it. Shapes has been on it and won it. Anyone else here who's been on it and not won it? Nando was here earlier. He's been on it. I don't think he won. Anyway, Claire's not here tonight. She's been on it and won it. Well, let's go through them. 8 people getting 20 points for Twisted Flax, Hiwaboon, Blobby Apple, Rias Vertigo, Ben Proof Shapes, and Mole at Work. Oh, Mole at Work. Oh, Mole, as in mole, yes. Twisted Flax. I thought that might be the one that most people forget, and so I'm not surprised that that is the most popular one. Inkra's Craps, he didn't win. Poor Inca. 20 points for 8 people for Twisted Flax. And here is a message from our sponsor, Sooty Cat.
Dishonor on you and dishonor on your cows.
What? Thank you for the 100 bits, Sooty Cat. Dishonor on you and dishonor on your cows. Love it. Let's go on to the next one. 30 points for the 7 players who said... 2 reads. JR, Jerry, Fetz, Cola, Silent Reed, Simpsons Angle, and Jogging. 30 points for 2 reads. 5 points for the... 40 points, I beg your pardon, for the 5 players who said Lion, AB Me, Only Employed, Toot, Riff, and Samster. Oh, Samster, former Only Connect champion, only getting 40 points on an Only Connect question.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. 2 players getting 50 points for the Eye of Horus, Mantissa, and Puzzle Dan. Very well done. And just 1 player getting... Get good, like Zeus, who's the 1 player who gets 60 points for water. Very well done, Zeus. But a shame and a pox on all your houses. Yeah, Sooty Cat's got it now. The Horny Viper. Nobody wanted the Horned Viper. Horny Sneck. Horny Sneck. Nobody getting any points for Horny Sneck. What a shame indeed. Well, hopefully you got most of us getting some points out of Only Connect there. Let's move on to something completely different and a question that has 8 options, which is far more than I anticipated it had till I went through and counted. And I thought, no, Ray, it really does. See what you make of this. Remember, you're looking for the rarest answer, the one that fewest other players are going to say. 30 seconds to tell me countries that share a land border with Austria. You go through, you say, no, bollocks. There's not 8. There are. Looking for the rarest one. Unless you run out of time and can't think, in which case just give me a correct one. And that's time. Aid of the Invader! Coming with a raid. Thank you very much for that. Welcome on in, Raiders and Aid of the Invader. And the Raider. Aid of the Invader, the Raider. The Raider, Aid of the Invader, doing a raid. The Invader. Ada. Keyboards now work. Excellent, good to hear, Paul. Welcome, Aid of the Invader and Raiders. We are playing Distinction. I'm Royal Flush, and I run Game Night Thursdays and Saturday nights, 8 p.m. GMT. Interactive quiz games that you can join in with. And if you would like to join in with this game that we're playing, you'll have to wait till the end of the round, but go and grab yourself the Universal Controller right there if you fancy some interactive quiz. Thank you again for that raid, and welcome on in. Now, most of us, in fact all of us, I think, getting an answer in here. Just 3 incorrect ones, and I'm afraid they are all incorrect. Croatia, Netherlands, and Serbia. Netherlands is a bit further north. Croatia's got something in the way of it. When I was counting earlier on during proofing, I did count Croatia, and I thought, I think, no, Croatia does, but oh no, there's something in the way in between Croatia and Austria, which I might tell you more about in a minute if I can remember. And Serbia is a bit further over to the east, puzzled down. Unfortunately, that one's not going to fly. Everything else is a correct answer. Let's calculate the scores. And oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. You have not covered all the answers, which surprises me. There is a tie for 40 points and there is a tie for 70 points. There is one player who's going to get 80, and there is one answer that you've missed. Yeah, well, you're gonna say no bollocks at the end of it when you see which it is that you've missed. But let's go through them. 20 points for the 8 people who said Germany: J.R. Huboon, Blobby Apple, Conrad Lack, Stilgar, Fett, Salamarine, and Grams. Yes, Germany is the big obvious one. 5 players each. 10 players, 2 sets of 5, getting 40 points. For Hungary, AB Me, Only Employed, Shapes, Toot, and Riff, and 5 players saying Czechia, Zeus, Paulus de Mantis, Stimson, Zangle, and Samster. Czechia is one of my favourite countries in Europe, beaten only by another country that's a little bit higher up the list that we'll get to in a minute. It might be the one in between Austria and Croatia. Well done to you, 40 points. 3 players getting 50 points for Switzerland, Cola, Bed, and Jogging. Well done there. Another tie. 4 players in total, 2 each getting 70 points for Liechtenstein, Prugs, and Flyboy, and another 2 getting 70 points for my actual favourite country in Europe, Slovenia, Rias, and Vertigo. Very well done. It's little tiny Liechtenstein. Yes, it is. And we have got 1 player getting 80 points. For Slovakia. Very well done, Molat Work, for 80 points. But my goodness me, what an opportunity you've all missed, because nobody said pissing Italy. Nobody went for Italy. It's quite big, Italy. I know quite a few people who've been there. Of those, which have I been to? Germany, yes. Czechia, yes. Slovakia, no. Hungary, no. Slovenia, yes. Italy, yes. Switzerland, no. All comes down to Liechtenstein. I haven't been to Liechtenstein. Neither have I been to Austria, for that matter. Still not been. Pissing Italy, I know. Nobody went for Italy. Poor old Italy. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'll never amount to a thing. Well done. Most of us getting some points out of that. Let's clear that board. One more for you. It's proper Ralph core, this question, but I approve of it because it's slightly Ben core as well. 6 answers to choose from, 30 seconds to tell me one of them, and I would like to know playable characters in Sonic Adventure, released in 1999 for the Dreamcast. Five seconds. If in doubt, say the obvious one. The one that's in the question. Most of us getting an answer in there. I'm just gonna look up the wrong one so I look like I'm more across my data than I actually am. Sonic's Adventure in pissing Italy. Lovely. Now, let's take. Okay, I'm actually rather than looking things up. I am going to have to double check that one. No, it's a different character. Wrong answers. Cream the Rabbit first appeared in. Oh God, do you think I'd have looked that up? Sonic Advance 2. not Sonic Adventure. Sonic Advance 2 was the first appearance of Cream the Rabbit. No answer from Marcini. Omega. E123 Omega first appeared in Sonic Heroes. Different character from the one I've got down, so unfortunately that one is also an incorrect answer. Bad luck on that. Everything else, though, is a correct answer. Let's calculate the scores. And for score my console down, yes, you have covered all the answers this time, and we've got a distinct number of players on each one, which is very exciting. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 points all going out. Starting with the 8 players, each getting 10 points for, you won't believe this, not the obvious one. Knuckles the Echidna, still got Cola, Silent Marine, Paulister, Ben, Proust, Flyboy, and Jogging. Naked Grandma, welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a while, but you've only just turned up in public chat. But yeah, Knuckles the Echidna was the most popular answer there for 10 points. Well done. The next one, I really didn't think this would be the most popular answer because I'm only vaguely familiar with this character, but 6 players getting 20 points for Big the Cat. Waboon, Fett, Vertigo, Only Employed, Toot, and Samster. Each going for Big the Cat, getting 20 points. 5 players, each getting 30 points for Tails. AB Me, Conradlac, Jerry Shapes, and Riff. Tails miles per hour, as in miles per hour. Which is a joke I didn't get until I was well into my 20s, for which I have much shame. But very well done. 30 points for Tails. Just 3 people getting 40 points for Sonic the Hedgehog, Blobby, Apple, Mantis, and Stimson's Angle. See, sometimes in this game, going for the obvious one can be the best way to go. Very well done to you, 40 points. 2 players getting 50 points for Amy Rose, Zeus, and Puzzle Dan. Good answer there. But just 1 player, Rias, very well done if you got this one, getting at the full 60 for E102 Gamma. Lupin and I had a little bit of contention earlier on when we were when I was proofing this. And I said, "Is there a player? But what's the other Echidna that isn't Knuckles, whose name I've forgotten? Tikal." Tikal the Echidna, I say, because on one of the wikis, one of the Sonic Adventure wikis, yeah, Tikal, one of the Sonic Adventure wikis, Tikal is listed as a playable character, so I had to go and do a little bit of research, and discovered that they're not, except with a mod, and according to various other wikis, that they're not, so no one's put Tikal the Echidna. What the fuck? I don't know. It's just a Sonic Adventure official wiki, and it just listed playable characters, and TK was one of them. So yeah, there we go. But anyway, just felt like sharing that with you. It's sometimes you can't believe everything you read on the internet. Anyway, that is the end of round number 2. Let's check in with the scores and see what we've got. I'm afraid you're out of raid messages now, so you only get 3. Let's take a look at the score. Marcini had to score. Grams on 20. Still got 35. JR and Conradlac on 50. Jerry's got 60, Paulus is 70, Silent Marine 80, Ben and Coda on 90, Waboon is on 95. Getting into 3 figures, Fetz and Jogging and Dan all on 100, Flyboy and Natter on 105, Proogs has 120, Blobby, Apple and Shapes and Sam and Own Employed, I'm saying that wrong, Own Employed are all on 125, Vertigo and Stimpson's Angler on 130. As we come to the top 6, Riff and Rias tied up on 150, Mantis with 160, Toot and AB Me tied in second on 170, but Zeus takes the lead with a whopping 215 points. Zeus, you dickhead. Very rude. I don't know. I haven't stopped to ask. I don't know if it's Own Employed or own as in a play on un. That's something you'd have to ask him about, and it's not really the sort of thing one wants to quiz somebody on when we're on a stream, and we're here to have a good time just in case it is the latter of the two. We're going to move on to round 3, just an opportunity for anybody to come and join if you would like. And round 3, I have to say, I really like round 3. I'm a big fan of what's going on in round 3. I think one of these boards I personally feel is slightly harder than the other 2. It's the centre board, I think, is a little trickier. But I will let you be the judge. You may disagree with me on this. I think possibly you'll maybe find the first or the third harder. Make of that what you will. I don't think anyone's come to join, so let's move right along to round number 3. Very similar to round number 1, we've got 3 boards. Each of them have got the classic distinction 10 answers this time. Except we're doubling the points from round 1. The first answerer will now score 40 points. Subsequent answers answered within 5 seconds of the first answerer will still get the 5 pity points. And 1 bonus per board, apart from last time when there wasn't 1 bonus per board, but maybe it might have been a graphical error and there was a bonus, but apparently there's 1 bonus per board, which is worth 60 points if you can find it. As before, 3 answers in total, which can come from anywhere on the grid. Either 3 from one, or 2 from one, and 1 from another, or 1 from each. It's entirely up to you. 60 seconds to give me as many, well, up to 3. Once you can't type, if you can still type on the app, keep typing because you can still answer. If it stops you from typing, then you've given me your allotment of 3. Good luck, and 60 seconds to tell me. Spirits and other drinks served at Ralph's Local, board games and other games available for pub goers to play at Ralph's Local, and traditional British pub names. 1, 2, 3, go. Vodka getting a bonus, the Plough getting a bonus, and Backgammon getting a bonus. That's all 3 bonuses gone. Any more for any more? It's all at 40 seconds. So that's right, you're doing well on the middle board, but struggling on the left one. I'd be all over that left board. That's a semi-professional drinker. I'm happy, says BC, I bet you are. Right, there's still 4 more answers on the left board, 4 more answers in the middle, and 2 on the right. There goes coffee. 10 seconds if you're quick. Any more for any more? And Toot coming with an 11th hour answer. Absinthe over on the left-hand side. Not too bad, not too bad. Missing out on 7 of the answers, 2, 3, and 2. So 23 out of 30 is pretty good going. You did find all the bonuses, which is nice. And it turns out the middle board was the trickiest, the one you got the fewest on. Although I think it populated pretty quickly at the beginning. Let's go through the answers. Gin, rum, vodka, absinthe, coffee, wine, beer, and lemonade on the left board. Chess, cribbage, Scrabble, Trivial Pursuit, Backgammon, Ludo, and Kaplunk in the middle. The Red Lion, the Crown, the Royal Oak, the White Hart, the Swan, the Plough, the White Horse, and the King's Arms on the right. The missing answers that you didn't find. Aha, Baileys and Cointreau, also accepted Irish cream over on the left, and Cointreau or triple sec or orange liqueur, also available on that Cointreau answer. Bad luck. Once you missed out in the middle board, Doppel and Munchkin. I have to say the 2 I'd never heard of on that board. I'd stay Ralph at his word because I wasn't going to go to the pub just for the purposes of proofing. But I'm surprised nobody got Dominoes. Dominoes is a game I played a lot of when I was a kid. We used to play it all the time when we went on holiday, usually to Cornwall, but occasionally to somewhere like France. We'd take a set of dominoes, and yeah, used to sneakily leave the double blank face up so I could always pick it. That was cheating, but I was a scamp when I was younger, and then my brother got wise to it and told me to stop doing it. I was like, okay. As to the missing pub names, the railway and the ship, missing 2 modes of transport there. Just to go through the numbers, this is according to Pubs Galore. Which is the most accurate assessment of pubs in the UK that we have. It is updated daily. The Red Lion is the winner with 498. Then these are actually the top 10, because of course these are non-exhaustive lists, but we've actually gone with the top 10 pub names here. The Crown, 468 of them. The Royal Oak has 392. The White Hart, 289. The Swan, 279. The Railway, 273. The Plough, 272. Only 1 fewer ploughs. The White Horse, 268, the Ship, 227, and the King's Arms, 226. Interesting fact that I found out while proofing this is that there are 217 The Georges and 120 The George and Dragon. Now, if they were merged, they would actually be the 4th highest and would have got onto the board, but they are counted separately in the poll. They're counted as different pub names because they are, in fact, in Chichester, or just Chichester-en-Verence, there is a George, which is one of my favourites, out in Eartham. There's a George and Dragon in the centre of Chichester, which is less fruitful. So there you go, bit of actual pub trivia for you. Anyway, that is the end of the board. That's over the end of the round. Let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores on who's going to be in this week's Distinction Final. We got Grams with 20, Stilgar 35, Conradlak with 60, Jerry Harris with 65. Marcini yet to score, I didn't say, but I didn't want to draw attention to it, but now I have, never mind. Paulus with 70, Silent Ring with 80, Cola with 90, Puzzle Down with 100, Natter with 105, Flybo with 110. Simpsons Angle and JR with 130, Fetz and Joggin with 140, Rios with 155, Riff with 160. Samster and Proogs with 165, Shapes with 170, AB Me with 175, Own Employed by 190, Mantissa with a 200, and we get to the top 6. Vertigo 250, Ben 230, Waboon with 235, but our top 3, Blobby Apple with 245, Toot with 255, and Zeus with 260. So there we have it, Arun, Toot, and Zeus. You are our 3 finalists. You will be our gold, silver, and bronzes, but not necessarily in that order, particularly because these are very close scores. Just 5 points between Zeus and Toot, and just 10 points between Toot and Arun. Valiant effort to everybody, and you've got a very important role to play in the final. But our 3 distinction finalists are going to be Blobby Apple, Toot, and Zeus. Imagine that. Is this your first distinction final, Arun? Is it your first time? Because you got your first time into Crossfire as well and got shot. So, strong lineup, absolutely. Zeus, Toot, and Arun. Let's just check in with the medal cabinets briefly. Zeus was 1 distinction more times than I can count. Yeah, 5. Well, it's not more times than I can count. I can count to 5. 5 golds, 4 silvers, and 3 bronzes. Never a lobby. Toot, 4 distinction golds, 4 silvers, 1 bronze, and 6 lobbies. So Zeus has slightly more golds than Toot, and Arun Aromatics has been in the distinction final 4 because he's won a gold before. He's won 1 gold and 3 lobbies, according to the data here. Anyone ever done the true travel? Proof 1, Pat wrote 1, and 1 the other. Oh, that's a great question, and we should definitely do a deep dive. Proof 1, written 1, and 1-1. It feels like something that Toot might have done. Who else would be eligible? Cola may have done something like that. Toot may have done that. I was trying to think of writers who are also proofers. Lewis. Oh, Oni has done that. Okay, fine. There we go. Oni's, yes, of course, Oni was a proofer in days of yore, wasn't he? I was just thinking of current proofers. But yes, of course, Oni used to proof as well and is a very prolific writer. I can count to 5. Yes, I can. Right, that's enough time. It is time for the distinction final. Let's go there now. Yeah, that wasn't quite what we asked, Natter. I'm sure there's plenty of people who've wrote a game and won a game. But yeah, the triple crown of quitting. Like it. Well, here we have our 3 finalists, Zeus, Toot, and Blobby Apple. Zeus has a small advantage at the moment, but not a massive one, because here's how it's going to work. I'm going to show you one more question, and audience, you are going to give me as many answers as you can within 1 minute, up to a maximum of 5. We're then going to go over to our hot seaters who've all won this game before, so they know how it works. I'll go left to right and then right to left, and they've got to give me an answer that they don't think anyone in our audience poll said. Is basically pointless at this point, but legally distinct. See what I did there. And after we've done 2 passes, the player with the highest score will be the gold medalist, then silver, and then bronze. I haven't said how they lose points yet. If they give me an answer that no one says, they keep their score. If they give me an answer that somebody has said, then... Oh, let's not go onto that page. If they give me an answer that somebody has said, then they will lose 5 points for every player who said it, up to a maximum of 100 points. If they give me a wrong answer, they lose the 100 points by default. So, Zeus, Toot, Arun, do be thinking about these answers as the audience is polled, because you will have to give me your answers shortly. Audience, you have got 60 seconds to tell me as many German cities and towns which host football soccer teams that are participating in the 2024-25 Bundesliga season, the top flight of German men's football, as you can. Basically, German towns and cities that have football teams. Big football teams, specifically. If in doubt, just name some German towns and cities and see how you get on. Paulus is the first to find 5, well done. Okay. Coming to the last 15 seconds, so if you've still got blanks, just say something, it might be right. Jogging Cola, JR have all found 5, as Paulista. Shapes getting 5. Vertigo getting 5. Unemployed getting 5. Sam getting 5, and that is time. And there's Topple1 Gaming. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you keep it well. So, plenty of players getting some answers in. It became if you're struggling on football teams, it does become a game of just name some German places and see how you get on. But there's a good covering of answers there, I have to say. Now, for the information of our hot seaters, I can tell you that there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17, 18. I thought I debugged that somewhere, but apparently I don't. There are a total of 18 answers to choose from. Total of 18 answers on the board. I can tell you that 95 answers have been played in total by our audience players. So not the highest poll we've seen, but still pretty chunky. 95 answers have been proffered by a combination of about 26 or so players. And I can also tell you that there are 3 distinct answers on the board. Okay, 3 answers were not given by any player. If you can find one of those 3 distinct answers, then you will keep the score you've got. If you can find 2 of those distinct answers, then you'll keep the score you've got all the way through. Let's see how you get on. Zeus, you're going to be answering first. Can I have your first answer, please? Starting with Bremen. Bremen. Is that a correct answer? It's a good start. Yes, Bremen, home to Werder Bremen. Forgive my German pronunciation. It is a correct answer. How many people said Bremen? Just the 3. It's a good start. You're losing 15 points. You're now tied with Arun, who's obviously got to give 1 extra answer. Toot does take the lead for now, but we go to him. And Toot, can I have your first answer, please? Toot, oh my god. Mönchengladbach. Mönchengladbach. Or Mönchengladbach, because there's possibly an umlaut on the O. Is that a right answer? It is. It's a great answer. Mönchengladbach, also known as Gladbach, home to Borussia Mönchengladbach, which probably means something compound word, German. Mönchengladbach is a correct answer, Toot. How many players said Mönchengladbach? Yes, how many players said it? Just the 1, losing 5 points. No distinct answers found just yet, but Toot retaining the lead on 250. As we come to Blobby Apple, can I have your first answer, please? Rostock. Rostock. Is that a correct answer? I'm afraid not. No. Rostock is not home to any of the bollocks indeed. I can confirm it's a German city. You probably knew that, but unfortunately not home to any team in the Bundesliga. I'm afraid you drop 100 points down to 145. You can only hope for a bronze medal now, Run. So it's a race between Zeus and Toot. But just for funsies, can we have your second answer, please? Hansa Rostock in the 3rd league. Thank you very much. He's very quick, isn't he? Thank you, Lewis. Took very badly to being relegated last season. Lupine telling us they haven't been in the Bundesliga since 2007-2008. Blobby Apple next going for Düsseldorf. That's definitely a German city. Definitely heard of that one. Düsseldorf. Is that a correct answer? No, it's not. I'm so sorry. It's not not. Double whammy! It's double red lights for Blobby Apple as he goes down to 45. It is going to be a bronze medal run. Not your category, unfortunately, at the end. Lewis Sengers, Fortuna Dusseldorf lost the Bundesliga promotion playoff last season despite leading after the first leg. Very, very unlucky. That is very unlucky. But yes, Bremen was right, unfortunately. Dusseldorf begat Kraftwerk and thus have no need for football. Indeed so. Yeah. Dusseldorf begat Kraftwerk.
Well, that's all right then.
Indeed it is. Bad luck, Arun, but it's going to be a bronze medal for you. It's all between Toot and Zeus. It's still very, very close here. Toot, second answer, please. What have you said? Mains. Where we get electricity from. Oh, God, I'm fucking hilarious. Mains. Sounds Germanic. Is it a right answer? No, I'm sticking with Mainz. Mines. Yeah, it's a right answer. Home to Mainz 05. Or Mainz 05. Yeah, good answer. Good answer. Beans means Mainz. Yeah, 05. How many people said Mainz? Ooh, okay. 4 people said it. Losing 20 points, you're down to 230. Now, this is a very interesting final answer that we're due from Zeus now. Zeus, if 3 or fewer people said it, the gold is yours. If 4 or more said it, you're going to drop into silver. You're guaranteed silver. You can't drop below a run. But it's going to come down to this. You need to get a rarefied answer. Can I have your second answer, please? Stuttgart. Is it, first of all, a right answer? Yes, it is. It is home to VfB Stuttgart. Lewis and Lupine, I'm sure, will give us more information about them. Now, if this was said by 3 or fewer players, Zeus, then you are going to take the gold. If it was said by 4 or more, then you're going to drop down to silver. How many people, so at least nobody put Bielefeld because it didn't exist very well last season. How many people said Stuttgart? Oh no! 7 went for Stuttgart. You dropped to 35 points and into the silver position. Oh, Zeus, you could have had such joy. Oh.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. Yes, thank you, Nata. The whole spoiler thing with building up tension where we're revealing stuff, just stop. Oh, what a shame for Zeus. He drops into silver position, but we've got Blobby Apple taking the bronze, Zeus taking the silver. It's the first time we've seen it for a while where the player in the lead doesn't take the gold, but on this occasion it's not worked out for Zeus. The gold medalist with 230 is Toot. Very well played, my dude. My Toot. I'll call you my Toot. I'm not going to do that. Let's go through the remaining answers and see what all our audience friends said. First of all, Berlin. 20 of you going for Berlin. That's an answer that would have scored you the maximum 100 points for our finalists. Still get 8 points for it, though, so it's still worth saying. Berlin home to FC Union Berlin. Next, Munich or München for 10 points. Munich is home to Bayern, Bayern Munich. 13 go for Hamburg for 12 points. Hamburg is the home to St. Pauli, or Pauli, however you pronounce that. Well done for Hamburg. 11 players go for Frankfurt for 14 points, home to Eintracht Frankfurt. 7 go for Stuttgart, which we had from Zeus earlier on, home to VfB Stuttgart. 6 went for Leipzig. Leipzig home to RB Leipzig for 18 points. 5 went to Dortmund for 20 points. Well done there. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund. That's probably one I would have gone for because I've heard of them. Very well done there. 4 went for Mainz. Ria's own employed flyboy and jogging, which we had earlier on. 3 went for Bremen, Paulista, Own Employed, and Prugs for 26 points, which we had earlier on. 1 went to Kohler, Paulista, and Riff for Leverkusen, or Leverkusen. Home to Bayer Leverkusen. 26 points for that. Great answer. 2 went for Wolfsburg, Mantissa, and Jogging for 28 points. Very well played there. Home to VfL Wolfsburg. Just Rias going for Augsburg for 36 points. Very well played there. Augsburg home to FC Augsburg. 1 going for Bochum. Samster, great answer there for 36 points for Bochum. Home to VfL Bochum. ABM going for Kiel, or Kyle possibly, for 36 points. Great answer there. Home to Holstein Kiel. And Vertigo is the one player who went for that answer that 2 gave. Mönchengladbach and the handbags. Very good showing. Anyone want to hazard a guess the 3 distinct answers? Kiel, thank you, Lewis, for keeping me in check with my pronunciation. Since I'm no Nuremberg, no Germany. Lewis has got 2 of them, yeah. Heidenheim and Hoffenheim. And the other one, anybody? Heidenheim and Hoffenheim are 2. Now he's struggling. Bochum was said. Not Nuremberg. I'll tell you, because it's the first one that I'm about. Not Königsberg either. It's Freiburg. Yeah, Riasu getting there just as I revealed the answer. Freiburg, SC Freiburg was the correct answer. The other 2 that we have from Lewis are Heidenheim and Hoffenheim. Very well done. Well, that brings us to the end of another wonderful game of distinction, and at the end of all that, Blobby Apple takes the bronze, Zeus takes the silver, Toot takes the gold. Let's go to the VR headset of news one final time and find out who our lobby medalist is tonight. I see everybody getting some points on the board there. As we move up the table, Jerry with 109, Puzzle Dan with 130, Nath with 153, Stimson's Angle 160, Fetz and Flyboy with 162, Cola with 164, Paulista 170, JR 194, Prugs 217, Riff 230, AB Me 231, Shapes 236, Jogging 240, Mantissa 246, Samster 251, Rias 261, Ben tied in 6th with 274, along with Own Employed with 274, Waboon getting 285. Blobby Apple finished actually in 4th place with 290, dropping below Mr. Vertigo on 299, who takes that lobby medal. Zeus finishing on the silver with 470, Toot on the gold with 485. Remember, those scores are not necessarily reflective of gold, silver, bronze order. It's the one game that has that weird quirk, because gold, silver, and bronze are predetermined, and then the lobby comes later and the scores are strange. But at the end of it all, Mr. Vertigo is our lobby medalist. Blobby Apple takes the bronze, Zeus takes the silver, but it's a gold medal for Toot. GG, everybody. Good game, well played. Hope you had fun. And very many thanks to Lupine for a lovely little pack of distinction there. Really enjoyed that. Particularly enjoyed the pub questions. Very much my flavour of vodka there. So thank you, Lupine, for a really good fun pack. And I hope everyone else had fun with it as well. And that, friendos, is just about the end of the stream, I'm afraid. We're going to roll the credits. I'm going to come back to the cam, I'm going to find a raid message and a raid target, and we're going to call it a night there. But I hope you've all had a lot of fun. I certainly have. It was really good to bring Moneybox back. I've really got to optimise it more, because I think my computer's really struggling, even without the 5th monitor. So I definitely need to look into that. By contrast, nothing has flashed at me or stuttered or gone to a crawl with distinction. So it very much feels like that's an optimization problem, so I might need to look into that. But hey, I'll say more about that on the camera in just a moment. Thank you all for playing Distinction. I hope you had fun, and I will see you after the credits. Well, what a lot of fun we've all had at game nights. Well, I certainly have. I hope you have as well. I'm assuming you've all had fun. That's why you'll stick around for so long and keep coming back week in, week out, for which I am, of course, eternally grateful to you for doing so. Because without you, this is just me sat in a room talking to myself and testing myself on trivia. Anyway, that is going to be just about it for tonight. Is it time to return the favour to Mr. Hud601, or is he wrapping up? Has he just finished? Oh, he's just raiding. Is he raiding me? Is he? He's not, is he? Well, I was just about to raid Huds, but he's literally just gone offline. I was going to see if he's going to raid here. If he raids in here, that might be a thing, or there might be spontaneous Spacey 4 game. We've got Flyers. We've done a lot of raids into Flyers recently. Nico's still up. I haven't raided Nico for a bit. He's playing Vampire Survivors. And looks like a lot of fun. That's where Huds has just gone. I see. Looks like the raid has just gone over. Yeah. Okay, let's do a double raid. I'll wrap up quickly. We'll go raid into Nico, and he can have a double raid, and won't that be cromulent and fun? Nico Hyde, Twitch partner, variety streamer. Great guy. Lovely fella. Let's go and raid into him. Raid message. Grindr gave me a happy ending, is looking at me. That one was good, but I feel like it's too long because I can't see it. Let's find out what other people know that you think they don't know you know. Ben must paint the wall. That tickled me. Sorry, no bonus. That also tickled me. Pissing Italy. I could count to 5. That was funny. The Triple Crown of quizzing. Handbags and Gladbachs. Spacey Anne of Cleves game is another one. I'm not going to go with Grindr gave me a happy ending because I don't want to start any rumours. It might be quite funny though. It might be quite funny. Actually, it would be quite funny. I really like Pissing Italy as well, but no, you know what? I am going to go with that. Well done, Lingo. Grindr gave me a happy ending, courtesy of Lingo Maniac. Gets a bonus 100 pennies. Let's go and raid into Nico Hart and say Grindr gave me a happy ending. I'm going to be back on Saturday, gang, when we will have what did I say? Oh Christ, I've lost the page now. Plinko, Data Leak and The Purge by Stimpson's Angle, Quizzle and Fluffy Bunny respectively. Until then, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. Enjoy the rest of your week, and until Saturday night, if I don't see you before, do take care. You've been... Oh no, I've got to do it properly, Ben. Do it properly, come on. You've been watching Game Night up in Royal Flush. Until Saturday night, take care. Peace out and good night.
Trust me, if your community